Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy JohnMegacycle here. Another episode of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and this is the summary video for the Gravity Gardens. There it is. I was looking through my Discord chat, wondering where the crap I put the notes. Good stuff. All right. This is Gravity Gardens. What we did for this tournament was I went into here and I grabbed Gravity Gardens, the park, loaded it up, and realized, oh man, this map actually doesn't have a time limit. It's just as quickly as you can do the thing, do it. So it could be 3 months, could be 6 years. So what I did is I popped it open and I set it to October year 4 is when this tournament was going to end. But I left actually everything else the same, I think. Players were given about 3 weeks to finish up this one, and it turned out pretty well. I think we had 3 participants, so let's go ahead and see how this all panned out. First is Lyrison. And like I said, for a summary video, what I do is I go through and I check everyone's park, we do a brief overview, and yeah, that's really about the tournament. So it'll be my playthrough, whomever else recorded videos. So if somebody else recorded their play of anything or whatever, we'll have that. And then we'll have mine as well. So the summary, yeah. So let's see here. For the final notes, company value of 101,886. And that's actually how we determined the winner here is company value. Company value actually is, excuse me, the park value minus the loan. And then also plus cash. So that's what comes up with company value. So even though the game is running, I already have the time stop of where they were at. So let's take a look at their park. I wrote down 101,386, I think I have. Yeah. Okay, so that takes care of that, so that's documented. Let's go ahead and take a gander and see what else we've got going on about the park specifically. 886, not 836. Oh man, we know this one. The mini miner, yep. It's very similar to a lot of the mousy, cheesy ones that I've been playing with that have been very popular. Alright. Oh my... Okay, right, because they won. Right, okay. Whew, I was like, holy crap, how did they get that many balloons going on? Looks like much of the park has remained the same, to be honest. A couple of water dealy-doolies coming in here. It looks like most of the park itself has not changed, which is totally fine. So, a couple of amusements and stuff. This was actually a very good spot to put this. This is the Big Twister, I think? Yeah, Big Twister. I saw this one a bunch. I'm like, man, I really, really want to place this one, but I don't know where the crap I could put it. So that's interesting. I think they cleaned this up as well. I don't remember if this is all like this, or if that's new stuff. What I should have done, actually, we'll do that next. We'll go and see Gravity Gardens exactly how it is. So if you're not familiar with the map at all, you'll see exactly what's going on. I believe that might be new, too. We'll take a... Now, I don't know. Now, I don't remember. But we've got a handful of rides and stuff. Let's take a look at the guests. 1571. That's not bad at all. Good approval rating. That's probably, what, 800? Yeah, 857. That's not bad. Yeah, any quick awards? No recent awards. That's totally fine. Fine layout, absolutely. They also took the same idea that I did as well, which was trim up these areas, because what happens is, and I'll talk about this right now, when you start this out, you get a big park with a lot of walkways and a lot of stuff going on. Which is fine, and it gives a nice idea template on how to play the game. The thing about it is, though, is if people start using these paths, they'll just wander off. They'll get lost, they'll get sick, they'll get hungry, and if they were on a ride recently that was a little too intense, they'll get very, non-verbal communication. They'll just barf. They'll just barf all over the place. Then what also happens is if it's far off, you either have to hire crew to keep the areas clean, or what also happens is when they puke, people walk over it. They're like, man, this place is really dirty. No one's taking care of this place. Boo to the ratings. And your ratings dip, and that's not great either. So yeah, Lero had a good idea, trimming up some of the pathways, make that a little more clean. Yeah, see how there's no people here at all? That's because of that. That's a super smart move. I did that in my playthrough as well, but it took me a very long time to do it. But still, to point, that's really smart. So yeah, these review videos are actually pretty quick. What we also do is when the tournament's over, I release the passwords for all the servers. So these servers are all password protected, so players don't mess with other players. But the idea really is after the fact, we can all take a look and see how everyone did, and poke around, be like, man, how'd you do that? That's really cool. No, I like that. I want to give that a try. You know, whatever. So there is Lero's run. Well done. Let's go ahead and, like I said, pop up in Gravity Gardens so you can see exactly what's what. Okay, so this was already there. I wasn't sure how much decoration was already there, but you can see this gives you the really good view. So there's people over there. There's all kinds of stuff already. Can we do just high vegetation? There you go. So this gives you an idea, a little bit of a better view, exactly how much pathing is here. So this guy is absolutely just dead. They'll never be found again. They're gone. And that's kind of what happens. So like I said, it gets really weird when people puke, and then this one doesn't have the things on it, I notice. Anyway. This comes with the treetop flyer. I think it didn't come with that. Oh, that's why the pathing. Right, so when I created it as a scenario, this gets removed. That makes sense. Okay, so I'm learning new stuff. Good stuff. This is Leg Spike. Let's see how they did. 376, 283. My goodness. Well done, Leg Spike. Very well done. Recent rewards. Most confusing Parkley award. I'm laughing because I got that one too. I didn't know that was an award. So I thought that was really freaking funny to get that award. Yeah, oh my goodness. There's a lot to unpack here. But let's just walk through it. Concessions and a treetop flyer. It's weird. It's called Fungicide, but you see how the name is switching? Treetop flyer Fungicide. That's weird, man. Maybe it's called... I think I built that. I think it is called the Fungicide. Weird. Anyway, yep, this one doesn't seem to be doing that. The timber turnaround. Okay, so a bunch of stuff right away out the gate. The drive-by. And yep, this is the same mini miner that we saw in Lero's game as well. This is the Texas Tubs. We've played with that one a couple of times. The Roman Racer. The Cobra, yeah, we've played with that as well. But you can see, oh, this is actually a really good use of the space, right? That's a really good use of the space. What is that one called anyway? It's not called the Stephen M, I'm sure of it. The Circulator. Okay, well, things will certainly be circularated for sure. So it looks like Leg Spike took a different approach here, spreading out a bit more than compacting. So what we'll see also in my playthrough is I try for a real compact approach, which might be my biggest problem and my biggest downfall, because if there's too many people just hanging around and too much density, that could really become a problem. But it's been working for me-ish so far. Let's go ahead and shut off the vegetation and take a bit of a better look here. So every park, or every part of the ride, has its own concession area, it seems. At least really close. Yeah, there's not a lot of gap where there isn't either food, drink, souvenir, or also an ATM and a information kiosk. So that's interesting as well. Man, this already makes me sick just looking at it. Oh, and it's a hanging type? Oh, gross. I'm not a thrills type of guy. I respect people who are like thrill seekers. They're like, man, I gotta get that bike hog motorcycle man. I don't know. I respect people who like that's their deal. That's their chemical composition for excitement or whatever. For me, that's not for me. Thrills. I could go the rest of my life without thrills. Anyway. So Leg Spike also has people mowing the lawn, which I'm not really too sure the logic on that, but it does look, looks a lot more manicured and everything. I wonder if that affects park rating. Anyway, we've already gotten their numbers, but let's actually talk this out. Legspike had no loan and some cash. So their company value is also higher because it takes, again, the loan and the cash into consideration. So that's how that works. Yeah, well done, Legspike. Good spread out and everything. I love hosting these things because every single time I load up one of them, and we're like, we're going to do a tournament, everyone does something at least a little differently, right? So here was my plan. This is my playthrough. My personal playthrough I recorded, and it's going to be part of the playlist. And if you didn't find the playlist, it's in the description of this video and all that. And again, if other people have recorded their playthroughs, it'll be part of this playlist. So if you see how everyone participated, that's how it works. Sometimes people do give up their videos and they're like, here's the link, add it to the playlist, and sometimes not, but that's okay. So my method here, let's get my money. Let's get my money. I am 249. Oh, no, not that one. This one. 249366. Best roller coasters. Oh, I lost my most confusing layout award. And that could be because I also did the same thing as Lero did. I cut out as much as I could. And I pulled all the people out manually because I did it way too late. But yeah, this is pretty important. Before then, I had trash all up and down here, and it was just a stupid mess. So again, what do? You either hire more maintenance people. They're not called maintenance people. What are they called? Handyman. You hire more handymans to keep this area clean. I still got some rubbish there. Or you cut the line. So I tried to cut the line as much as I could. Realistically, yeah, tried to keep compact. Here's our Texas tubs. Like I said, it's a good one. It's thin and it's long. And it's not even that long, but it's a lot of value in a short space. And then just some bric-a-brac up front. And then a variety of little coasters wherever I could really cram them. Right? Really tried to maximize the space was kind of the idea. Which wasn't super necessary because look at how much of the park I actually used. Like a third, right? Not even a third. Way less than a third. There was so much potential there to be had. I personally really like the double wide paths. I don't know if that's a bad thing. But I like the double wide paths. I guess that's all I had to say about that. Yeah, realistically, there's not really a lot to comment here. This game is a lot more straightforward than some of the other ones that I've held tournaments about and have done summaries on because they require a deeper dive to really understand the logic, right? Transport Tycoon Deluxe is a really good example that you can just look at the rail lines. But if you don't check out some of the schedules and some of the paths and some of the orders, you can lose some of the minutia of like, man, how did that actually work? Oh, cool, this is how that worked. And this is what this does. And this, and kind of really diving in. Here, it's not too bad. We'll get this wrapped up in 15 minutes. Real chill thing. And that's kind of all there is to it. So, let's talk about the winners. How this ranks out. So, Legspike is going to be the winner for this one at 376,000 monies. JMegs, 249,000. And Lero with 101,000. So, thank you to all the participants. Thank you to those who check out the videos. And if you want to join the next tournament, feel free to check out the Megacycle Entertainment Discord server. That's where we have all this stuff organized and planned and scheduled and everything. And it's real simple. Join in, meet some new friends, and just say, hey, I want to be a part of the next tournament. How do I get in on that? And that's it. That's all there is to it. So thank you all for joining. Again, my name is JohnMegacycle, and I hope to catch you next time.